Are you okay? You look cold.
Just trying to get by.
Who are you? I want to help you. A warm meal, maybe a place to stay?
Why? You don't know me.
Everyone deserves a chance. What do you say?
Oof, I don't know what to say. Thank you.
This math isn't so bad. You're a quick learner.
I never had this chance before. It means everything.
Emily speaks highly of you. We need bright minds here.
I won't let you down, sir. I promise.
Your presentation was brilliant. Dad was so impressed.
It's all thanks to you, Emily. Everything.
I'm so happy we found each other, Daniel.
Me too, Emily. You changed my world. Yes, the deal is almost done. Sterling won't see it coming.
Daniel? How could you? After everything I did for you! You're destroying my family.
Our company.
I'm building my empire.
You just helped me start.
Have you ever wondered if a single act of kindness could change someone's life forever? What if that change led to betrayal and heartbreak? This is the story of Emily and Daniel, a story of compassion, ambition, and the harsh lessons life sometimes teaches. What happens when the person you lift up tries to tear you down? The city breathed with a life of its own, indifferent to the struggles unfolding on its fringes. On one of its less traveled streets, Daniel huddled in a doorway, seeking shelter from the biting wind. He was young, barely out of his teens, and the streets had been his harsh teacher for far too long. Hunger gnawed at him, and despair was a constant companion. One afternoon, a sleek black car pulled to the curb. Emily, the daughter of billionaire CEO Charles Worthington, stepped out. She was everything Daniel wasn't: privileged, educated, and full of a hopeful light. She could have easily walked past him, another faceless figure in the urban landscape. But something in Daniel's eyes, a flicker of lost potential, caught her attention. Emily approached him cautiously. "Are you okay?" she asked, her voice soft but clear. Daniel looked up startled. He hadn't expected anyone to notice him, let alone offer help. "I'm fine," he mumbled, avoiding her gaze. Emily knelt, her designer clothes a stark contrast to the grimy pavement. "No, you're not. Can I help you?" That simple question changed everything. Emily learned Daniel's story, a tale of a broken home, lost opportunities, and a desperate fight for survival. Moved by his plight, Emily offered him a hand up, a chance he never thought he'd get. "I want to help you, Daniel," she said, her eyes filled with sincerity. "I believe everyone deserves a chance." Little did Emily know, this act of kindness would set in motion a chain of events that would test her beliefs and break her heart. Emily was a woman of action. She didn't just offer words, she offered tangible support. She paid for Daniel to get his GED, then enrolled him in college. She provided him with a safe place to live, food and clothes. For the first time in his life, Daniel had stability and a sense of hope. He thrived under Emily's care. He was intelligent and driven, and he excelled in his studies. He devoured books, soaked up knowledge, and transformed himself from a street kid into a confident young man. Emily watched with pride as Daniel blossomed, her belief in him unwavering. "You're doing amazing, Daniel," she told him one evening, as they studied together in their family's library. "I always knew you had it in you." "I wouldn't be here without you, Daniel," replied Daniel, his voice filled with gratitude. "You saved my life." After graduation, Emily convinced her father, Charles, to give Daniel a job at Worthington Industries. Charles, initially skeptical, was impressed by Daniel's intelligence and work ethic. Daniel started in an entry-level position but quickly rose through the ranks, proving himself to be a valuable asset to the company. As Daniel's success grew, so did his feelings for Emily. He was drawn to her kindness, her unwavering belief in him, and her genuine heart. Emily, in turn, found herself falling for the man he had become. Their friendship blossomed into something more, and they began dating. Everything seemed perfect. Daniel was successful, wealthy, and in love with the woman who had saved him. But beneath the surface, a darker side of Daniel was beginning to emerge. The streets had taught him survival, but they had also instilled in him a deep-seated hunger for power and recognition. Success changed Daniel. He became arrogant and entitled, forgetting the hardships he had once endured. He started to see himself as Emily's equal, even her superior. He craved more, and he wasn't afraid to use others to get it. He began to cheat on Emily, engaging in fleeting affairs with other women, seeing them as trophies of his newfound status. He justified his actions by telling himself that Emily would never understand his ambition, his drive to be more than just the charity case she had rescued. Meanwhile, Worthington Industries faced a financial crisis. A series of bad investments had left the company vulnerable, and rumors of a possible takeover swirled through the business world. Charles Worthington was determined to save his company, but he was running out of options. Daniel saw this crisis as an opportunity. He secretly contacted a group of ruthless investors, promising to help them acquire Worthington Industries in exchange for a significant stake in the company and a position of power. He betrayed Emily's father, the man who had given him a chance, and he betrayed Emily, the woman who had saved his life. Little did Emily know, the man she loved was secretly plotting to destroy her family's legacy. The investors, greedy and unscrupulous, saw Daniel as a pawn in their game. They promised him the world, but they had no intention of sharing the spoils. They used his inside knowledge of Worthington Industries to undermine the company, driving down its stock price and weakening its position. Daniel, blinded by his ambition, didn't see the trap until it was too late. He believed he was in control, but he was merely a puppet dancing to their tune. The day the takeover bid was launched, Emily was devastated. She couldn't believe that Daniel, the man she loved and trusted, could be capable of such treachery. "Daniel, how could you do this?" she cried, confronting him in his office. "My father trusted you. I trusted you." Daniel, his face hardened, showed no remorse. "This is business, Emily," he said coldly. "I'm just looking out for myself." "But what about us? What about everything we shared?" Emily pleaded, tears streaming down her face. "That was then, this is now. I'm not the same person I was on the streets." But Daniel's plan began to unravel. Charles Worthington, a seasoned businessman, fought back with unexpected ferocity. He rallied his employees, secured new investors, and launched a counteroffensive that caught Daniel and his partners off guard. The company began to recover, its stock price soared, and the takeover bid faltered. Daniel's partners, realizing they were losing, turned on him. They accused him of incompetence and betrayal. They cut him out of the deal, leaving him with nothing. His money was gone, his reputation ruined, and his relationship with Emily shattered beyond repair. Daniel found himself alone and destitute. His arrogance and betrayal had cost him everything. He was no longer the successful, wealthy man he had become. He was back to where he started, on the streets with nothing but the clothes on his back. He wandered aimlessly, haunted by the memories of what he had lost. He thought of Emily, her kindness, her love, and the pain he had caused her. He realized that he had thrown away the greatest gift he had ever received. One evening, he found himself back on the same street corner where Emily had first found him. He sat down, his head in his hands, overwhelmed by regret. Little did Daniel know, the same street he was rescued from would soon be his home again. Emily, meanwhile, had moved on. She was heartbroken by Daniel's betrayal, but she refused to let it define her. She learned a valuable lesson about trust and forgiveness, and she emerged from the experience stronger and wiser. She took over her father's company and led it to even greater success. She never forgot Daniel, but she knew that their paths were forever separated. Daniel spent years on the streets. Humbled by his experience, he learned the true value of gratitude, humility, and the importance of genuine connections. He realized that his betrayal had come full circle, bringing him back to the very place he had tried so hard to escape. He learned that karma is real and that actions have consequences. Emily's kindness had given Daniel a second chance, but his own choices had determined his fate. He had been given the opportunity to rise, but his greed and ambition had led to his downfall. The story of Emily and Daniel is a reminder that true success is not measured by wealth or power, but by the content of one's character. It's a story about the enduring power of compassion, the devastating consequences of betrayal, and the importance of never forgetting where you came from. What do you think of Emily's decision to help Daniel? Do you believe people can truly change, or is betrayal always lurking beneath the surface? Share your thoughts in the comments below, like this video, and subscribe for more stories that make you think.